Hello everyone and welcome back guys to more WXL, where today we're here for round 13 of the season at the Belgian Grand Prix. Obviously, if you guys missed out on the F2 race that went live probably yesterday or the day before, some point recently, I would highly recommend going back and checking that video out. It was certainly a brilliant race at the end of the day there. But heading into the proper Belgian Grand Prix where all the points, everything matters, it was a wet one. And I'll be honest, I don't think I've done many races in the wet on F1 2019. I'm just trying to think. AOR, the French Grand Prix, was wet but dry tyres, which was a little bit weird. And I think apart from that, I've had a wet qualifying session AOR as well, and nothing else. I don't think we've had any wet conditions in WXL. So this was certainly going to be an interesting one to see how we'd fare here today. But yeah, looking forward to this one nonetheless, though. Really excited for this Belgian Grand Prix, and the lights are coming on now then, ready for the start of this race. It's 5 lights here then at Belgium, and it is lights out and away we finally get going there. Reacting a bit better than KJ off the lights originally there. I'm really trying to manage the wheel spin as we head down in towards T1. They're a big squirrel as we get in towards the braking zone, but we do hold on to it at the moment. They're trying to get the power down on the exit of the corner here, and yeah, this race around the Belgian Grand Prix circuit, definitely my quickest one on the calendar. I definitely feel very confident around this track with no line. In the dry, in the wet, it might be a bit of a different story there as we get a huge tank slapper over the top of Eau Rouge and Radion there at 190 miles an hour. That's certainly not quite what I wanted as we head up the back straight, though. Someone I think is already span it though up there. Eau Rouge and Radion in the wet on F1 2019 is a deadly combination there. The noob that is Ethan Peters, or EPT as he's more commonly known, will certainly have learned about that in tonight's racing nonetheless there. But yeah, just trying to stick close to KJ off the start of this one though. We have got Pred just behind us as well here, so it's going to be really critical. Like I said, a lot of points that we desperately need in the championship here tonight. No, I'm certainly not in a title fight. I mean, I joined halfway through the season, but yeah, still, want to try and score some points. It's always a bit sad seeing yourself towards the bottom of the leaderboard, although I think we are now up to like P15 after a couple of 8th places so far in the championship. But yeah, definitely, hopefully a turnaround of form tonight, but we'll wait and see nonetheless. There is through the final sector of the lap here. Still trying to stick to the back of KJ here, but also just trying to settle down into a rhythm as well. Obviously, that is so important around this Belgian Grand Prix circuit, especially in the wet. You've really got to get everything all sorted out. There is a big, another fishtail out on towards the back. Well, not really a straightaway here around this Spa circuit there. Blanchemont, is it going to be flat out? Let's wait and see. No, I chickened out that time round, went for a bit of a lift, but once the tyres were up to temperature, it was definitely flat through there. As we head down in towards the final couple of quarters, a nice big lock-up in towards the bus stop chicane there. But yeah, KJ leads the way at the end of lap one there. Pred's actually going to give me a bit of a punt through the final couple of corners. Wastill is going to retire from the Grand Prix as well there, but we have survived the opening lap. We've got Pred all over the back of us though, and yeah, just trying to hold on at the moment as we run a little bit deep through the first couple of corners there. But it's going to enable us to get better traction on the exit though, so we do hold on for now as we head in towards Eau Rouge once again here. Still, I mean, with the Kemmel Straight once again just in front of us here, it's certainly going to be difficult. We need to get a good run through Eau Rouge there. Pred though makes a big mistake on the entry to Radion there. That was certainly an interesting line over the top there, but he's still going to try and go for it as we head down the back straightaway here. He's going to have a look up the inside in towards the braking zone there. Oh, he's going to come out on top. We're going to go side by side. A little bit of contact actually between the pair of us as we just get caught together. And now as we head through the chicane, we're going to try and go for a bit of a cheeky switch back there. Get the power down nice and tidily on the exit. We're going to have a look back at the inside in towards the next hairpin here. It is a corner you can go side by side right the way through there, but we get the power down nice and early. But no, he still keeps the nose up the inside here. What is going to happen on the exit there? We keep it round the outside. Once again, there are a big squirrel on the exit. That was, yeah, certainly not quite what we wanted. The back end just absolutely everywhere at the moment there. And all this battle is giving KJ a golden opportunity to try and run away with it off the start there. I think Jolly is now going to have a look around the outside of Pred as we head down the hill there. And you can see by lap 8, though, we had really just settled down into a bit of a rhythm there. That certainly wasn't the rhythm I wanted to be settling down to as we go for a bit of Tokyo Drift. That wall can be an absolute race wrecker at the best of times, so I really don't want to be playing it too risky like that at the moment there. But still, we hold on at the moment though. But Jolly, he'd been able to close up just a little bit over the last couple of laps, so we were just going to let him by. And like we saw in the F2 race here, I was, trying to play a bit smart for myself here as well. If these two can start fighting up the road there, that can certainly help me out in this Grand Prix. Just bring myself a little bit close there as Jolly sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix there. He's very quick on this game. Like he's been on the last few games, in all honesty. I completely forgot I'd actually commentated over Jolly in the past, back on F1 2017. You know, he was very, very quick then. He's still very, very quick now at the end of the day. But yeah, I sort of forgot about that. So I had actually raced with him. Not even raced with him, I commentated over him in the past. And nonetheless, as we head up the back straight once again here, though, who is, well, I mean, we're certainly not going to be able to get close enough to go for a move here. But hopefully my strat can work out for us. As you can see, by the end of lap 10, though, Jolly had basically positioned himself about half and half between myself and KJ, so the pace was certainly there in that Williams car. As you can see, heading down in towards the pit lane, though, myself, Jolly, and KJ would all try to go for the undercut in this Grand Prix. To be honest, I'd sort of gone for it, thinking, you know, if they go one lap longer, perhaps I can get a little bit closer once again. But everyone behind us decided they'd stay out for one extra lap, though, so I don't know if these guys were trying to undercut each other or what. But yeah, I mean, we all stayed out in a formation there. We made a little bit of time up on Jolly through the pit stop, you know, through the pit lane there. But yeah, we all stayed where we were at the start of the lap there. So yeah, certainly now they're going to be able to pull out a little bit of a gap to the guys behind as well here, because, you know, they're going to try and go one lap longer, and the fresh rubber is certainly going to help us out here. Track deck isn't too bad around Spa as well, especially on the intermediate tyres. You know, it's not particularly bad on the mediums or the hards in normal racing. The softs can go off quite badly, but yeah, apart from that, it is all right here as we head towards the end of lap 11 here. And you can see, yeah, pretty much everyone else bar one of the Mercedes cars there, not too sure who that is going to dive it back down towards the pit lane there. So we're going to move ourselves back up into P4, an effective net P3 of the Grand Prix, as we go for a nice lock-up down through T1 there. But you can see there is Pred coming out the pit lane there, and he's going to drop back a good couple of seconds over those couple of laps there. So that's certainly helped me out in this Grand Prix here. And I think it was actually Jax who stayed out for a couple of extra laps in this Grand Prix there. He's, again, quite quick on F1 2019 as well, though, so we might have to watch out for him in the latter stages of this Grand Prix there. But still 10 laps to go here. You can see Jolly now is all over the back of KJ as we head up towards the end of the Camel Straight here. Could my strat finally start to pay effect here? To see by the end of lap 16, though, the gap to Jolly had come down there, and I mean, he was all over the back of KJ now, so it was looking already, with 6 laps to go of this Grand Prix, like this could really hopefully start to play into my hands as well. You can see KJ doesn't quite get the run off the exit at T1, though. We're still just a little bit too far back at the moment to really sort of see what's going on between the pair of them there, but very, very close as we head through Eau Rouge, though, and Radion once more, though. Those two are really, really cooled, you know, really, really close at the moment, even, I should say. And you can see side by side as we head towards the end of the Camel Straight here. They, you know, this is hopefully going to gain us so much time through the middle sector here. The gap pretty much holding level through the first sector there, as you'd probably expect. But, you know, since they both had the slipstream, the DRS, everything like that here. And now, just look at how much hopefully we're going to be able to gain as we head through Sector 2 here. Obviously, they've got to give each other the room at the moment. You know, they certainly battle hard, but I think there's a lot of race and respect between the pair of them nonetheless here. And yeah, that's what you always like to see as well. There's see heading out on to this short straightaway before we head down into P1 here. You can see visibly just how much closer we've got over this lap so far here, and hopefully we can try and just continue this momentum at the moment here, because, you know, this was really, really, you know, if anything happened between these two, you know, they just, one of them had a little bit of a, you know, tail end happy moment, anything like that, they got caught together, a little bit of damage, you know, we were in the prime position to pounce here, and this is what I was really trying to do in this Grand Prix. Playing the long game, playing smart, hopefully this can try and work out for us at the end of the day here, but we'll wait and see at the moment, though, because Jolly is still all over the back of KJ. Is he going to be able to have a look up the inside? No, he's going to have a look around the outside as they head up towards Blanchimont there, though. KJ just slams the door shut as they head in towards the corner there. They both run a little bit wide through Blanchimont. You can see KJ's going to play defensive in towards the bus stop here. Is Jolly going to be able to have a look around the outside? Look how much time this has gained for us as we head through the final couple of corners there. We're now all over the back of the pair of them here as we head out on towards lap 18 of this race. 5 laps to go. The gap between all three of us is about 0.2 of a second there as we head down in towards T1. There are a little bit of contact made between the pair of them. We tried to go for the switchback move, but we couldn't make it work this time around there. And yeah, still holding on to P3 at the moment here. And now we need to either get into formation or really, really just try and get ahead of the pair of them here, because this was now going to start helping the guys out behind as well, who had slightly fresher rubber in this Grand Prix. KJ on the grass, though, to get up the inside as we head down the back straightaway here. Who's going to come out on top as they head in towards the chicane here at the end of the Camel Straight? Jolly just that bit later on the brakes. They're as late as you dare in towards the chicane there. A fantastic job by him to keep it right around the outside there as KJ gets a little bit of a tail fish on the exit of the corner there. Who is going to come out on top still at the moment? They're all over the back of KJ. Both the cars in front, you can see, trying to save the ERS as well here. So I think, yeah, the rear light obviously stays on because it's intermediate conditions there. You have got the two little lights on the wing as well, showing when you are harvesting ERS as well here. But yeah, at the moment though, Jolly now starting to make a little bit of a breakaway here. And is KJ going to be able to get close enough to stick with him over these next couple of laps though? Because I'm sure he does not want to give up on this race victory. Just a few laps to go here. What is going to happen between these two? Are we going to be able to try and capitalise it? Nonetheless, you know, that was all I was thinking about. I wasn't worried about trying to make moves. I was worried about trying to make moves, but only, you know, I like to make things easy for myself if I can, you know. More than happy to sit back for a couple of laps and wait for them to, you know, both try to outbrake each other into a corner, get at the inside, something like that. Usually works out a little bit better on Forza. I'd certainly try and do it a lot more on there here, but still on F1, anything is possible at the end of the day here as we head in towards the final braking zone. Once again, they're running a little bit deep on the anchors that time around though, and KJ and Jolly still nose to tail as we head out of the final couple of corners here. What is going to happen? 3 laps to go now of this race here. You can see we've got Jax behind us who is taking time out of us as well though. The gap now down to just 3.2 seconds to the car behind us here, and you can see KJ still just in front of us here. Is he going to be able to potentially get a run up the Camel Straight here? If we actually try and, you know, hassle Jolly once again, or does it look like we're now all starting to fall into formation here? Pred rejoins the lobby, not too sure what happened to him in this Grand Prix there. Is KJ going to be close enough to go for anything? It's certainly going to be a little bit late if he's going to be able to try anything. I don't know what ERS mode Jolly's on, but surely he's got, you know, everything at full disposal in that Williams at the moment there, and they're still nose to tail here, but we're starting to fall back once again here, just ever so slightly. They're not quite in the DRS of KJ, and that's going to really be able to open up the gap once again to the top 2 here, so we need to try and stick close. Hope they battle once again here in this Grand Prix so we can try and get close enough once more here as we head down the hill once again here around Spa. Just 3 laps to go now of this race. Is it going to be all just a little bit too little, too late in this one? We'll have to wait and see though. Still, you know, 15 points. I would quite happily take that one in this Grand Prix nonetheless there. As you can see, the back end just starting to kick out ever so slightly as we head through P1 there on opposite lock down towards the bottom of the hill once again. You can see KJ runs just a little bit deep through the corner there, through the second part of the chicane there. We're going to light up the rear wheels and we're going to be into the wall and out of the Belgian Grand. I'm a bottle job in this one. I could not believe I choked that with just a couple of laps to go there. We didn't even get the 90%, so we're not even going to, you know, we're not even going to be able to pick up a couple of points nonetheless there. But yeah, that was heartbreaking with just a couple of laps to go here because KJ Jolly, I'm pretty certain they would fight on the final lap as well though, so who knows what could have happened at the end of the day there. But can we just appreciate, despite me crashing out, I was still ahead of the noob LCR EPT. But yeah, he would get past me, unfortunately, nonetheless there. But yeah, that was a heartbreaking way to end that Grand Prix in the end though. But still, you know, it was a brilliant race weekend nonetheless. You know, we had that fantastic F2 fight, fantastic F1 fight as well. Definitely proved I've still got some pace and some tricks, you know, hidden up my sleeve as well in these races there. But yeah, that unfortunately was our Belgian Grand Prix over and done with though. Thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless. Hopefully next week out at the Italian Grand Prix, I'll try to choke just a little bit less, but we'll wait and see about that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you guys next time for another video.